You're currently watching part 2 of my interview with Jesse Cox. This is fan submitted questions. If you want to see part 1, just click on the annotation below. There's a few fans that have got some questions to ask. And you know, as of the hashtag Chan, hat is your usual thing. We're going to do a hashtag Vir, VIR. And
that's very nice. If they didn't watch the Friend Zone, they have no clue what that means.
In jokes, it's fine.
Good. They'll look it up. On WikiCox.
I'll just link you to the Friend Zone below. That's fine. There you go.
All right.
So, question number 1.
Yes, hit me.
What's the longest? Oh, this is from Packy88.
Okay.
What's the longest you've been awake to get content out?
I mean, many hours. I wouldn't say 2 days straight, but at least a day and a half.
Day and a half.
Yeah. Sometimes you just have to work really hard, or sometimes you're doing a live stream that takes 27 hours.
Oh,
So,
yeah, fair.
I mean,
fair one.
it's happened before. So, but most of the time, if I am at the point where I'm like, I've been up too long, people are just gonna have to wait. Most of the time I'll get there and be like, I don't even care anymore. You know what? You're just gonna wait, internet. I'm going to bed. Sometimes I just let videos render overnight because it's just taking so long, or upload overnight, things like that. So yeah, that's long.
That's that one. Okay. So, question number 2.
Yeah.
This is from Runixian, saying, Jesse, what's the premise of your favourite fanfic about you?
I don't necessarily have time to read a lot of them, but I assume it involves me as a woman. Because they all half of them do, and I'm a woman, but I'm a very attractive woman, and TB is some sort of tentacle beast.
Oh, God.
I assume that's my fanfic
That's
favorite.
your fanfic favourite. Oh, God. Question 3rd.
Uh-huh.
Okay, this is from Willamouse.
Oh, see?
Is it true you dislike Dodger's content and cats?
It is totally true. I dislike her cats immensely. I don't understand whatever. I don't watch her channel. I don't get it. I don't even know who she is anymore. She has so many damn wigs. She has a closet full of wigs. No one trustworthy needs that many wigs. And internet, she's a robot. She is a poorly made robot constructed out of spare child robot parts. She's not even real. She's not even a real human being. Also, she's really attracted to me, and she can't stop it. I'm like, stop it! I have to shoo her off. She's constantly on me, and I have to push her away. She can't control her robot heart. I don't blame her. All robots, all machinery is attracted.
All robots attract you. Well, you heard it here first, internet. Jesse hates Dodger's content and cats, and also she's a robot.
And
Who could have guessed?
she's a robot who's attracted to me.
Of course, the robot that's attracted to you.
All robots are attracted to me. Keep that in mind. So if you find me in any way sexual, you might be a robot.
Food for thought.
Just think about that, internet. You might be a robot.
Okay, question number 4. This is from Merexia. Have you ever thought about doing some history-based teachery videos at all?
History-based teacher. I actually have. And the problem is that it just would take a lot of effort. So in order to get it done, I mean honestly, that's the only thing holding me back. In order to get it done, it would mean that I would have to plan out several weeks of videos for the current channel and make sure those are all set to upload. And during that time, while that's happening, and I'm away from the internet, creating the content to make this other thing happen, it would require a lot of work. So every time I think like, oh, that seems like a great idea, I then think, yeah, no, that sounds like a lot of work. And the problem with a lot of the YouTube is the more work you put into something, when it doesn't do as well as you think it should, you get more angry. And when you just make a video of you playing a video game and it doesn't do that great, you're like, shit, that took 15 minutes, right? But if you put work into something, like there's a lot of times you'll notice, like in most videos, someone can be like, "You suck and I hate you and I want you to die," and I'm like, hat is gonna hat, right?
Yeah.
But sometimes I'll make a video and someone will be like, "You sellout whore, I hate you." I'm like, I spent 18 hours on that. I will eat your face off and then poop down the hole. Like, I hate you so much. Like, that happens. So sometimes you get really mad, and that's why I feel like if I put a lot of effort into stuff, I'd be like, why don't you love it, guys? Why don't you love it?
Dear sir and or madam, you suck.
Yep, that's how that would work.
Okay, this is the next one is from Victor Jewell.
Vicky,
Victor Jewell
Vicky.
saying, I assume this is from a girl. Seeing as you often openly address your female audience in
Yes,
many
ladies.
of your live performances, what about girls in gaming? What game characters have you just had the slightest crush on, and why?
Oh, well, first off, no crush, complete lust. I would like her to manhandle me. Juri Han from Street Fighter. I just want her to just do horrible things to me. Yes, look, she's a lovely Korean lady. Let's see what else. I mean, like characters that I have a crush on. Oh, well, like Alex Vance, super crush back in the day. Oh, Alex. She likes the guys with the glasses. Also, you can't be a man and not have at least been like, yeah, I'd bang Lara Croft. I'd do that.
See now, new Lara or old Lara?
Oh, both. Same time. Both at the same time.
Just all them Laras.
Oh yeah, new Croft and old Pixel Croft. Same time.
The square triangle boobs.
Yes, same time. I mean, there's a lot of really great female characters that I can be into for the doing it. But I think I've mentioned this a lot of time. There are a lot of great like female characters where I'm like, oh yeah, no, she's really sticking up for herself and pretty respectable. That's a rare thing in gaming, and I think it's because most gamers are like me. We're old pervs. I hate to break it to you, internet. I'm pretty sure that's why. There are a lot there are only a few. I was talking about this the other day. There are only a few like really tough lead characters, and even fewer villain women. And I was like, no, I mean I understand it. I don't think it's right, but I understand it because most guys are like me, where they're like, yeah, let's make her bad and we'll put her in leather, but it only covers 10% of her body and her boobs are size XXF. Like, good work, teammate. That's how I design a game. And then
Well,
she
you're
has
gonna go with the
tentacle
guys. all them guy gamers are just gonna swarm all over that.
That's what I'm saying.
Right. This is from T-Bear45. Okay, so first of all, it starts. The webpage from where you're a teacher still exists. I find it hilarious you teached in my hometown. But what's your favourite memory of being a teacher? And would you ever teach again if you had to? I feel like that's a no.
If I had to, I mean, I don't want to. That's a tough job. But if I had to, I probably would.
Okay.
My favorite memory. The best part about teaching is when you like have a lesson that you finally get through to a kid, and you're like, "Oh my God, you understand what I just said to you? That is that's the bestest thing that's ever happened to me." It really like you struggle, like. Just understand this concept. Oh my God. But if you mean like best single memory, I taught a lesson once that was about economics. That was about scarcity and how there's only so much of everything to go around no matter what. Like there isn't an infinite number of whatevers. So the lesson started by the students would enter the classroom and I would have just a big trash bag filled with like candy, just tons of crazy candies, just like all sorts of candies. And I'd be like, take what you want. And so immediately kids would come in and just start taking as much as they wanted. And all the kids who showed up late, usually the hard asses, would come stumbling in and there was no candy left. They would freak out, like get really mad. And I'd be like, I mean, I asked your classmates, do they want to give you any candy? And they're like, no, dog, this is my candy. and I'd be like, oh, that sucks. I mean, there's only so much to go around. Like, well, that's not fair. I'm like, no, my friend, that's scarcity. Boom, lesson begins. I was good. I was a good teacher. So
I see a lot of thought went into
I
your
know.
lessons.
You
I
have
feel.
you have to do that. You can't just hand kids books. Nowadays, you can't just give kids the books
Yeah, fair
because
one.
they're dummies. They have the iPads, the iPhones, the almajigs. You can't hand them that. Books, they don't know how to read anymore. They need flashing lights and booble bobbles.
Booble bubbles. What's a booble bubble?
Uh, whatever in a game that isn't a flashing light is a booble bobble.
Okay. Here's Duperzuka Pindan. This sort of links in with the last one, actually. Have you ever had a former student of yours contact saying they watch your videos?
I have. I actually had a few nerds back in the day, and yeah, no, they definitely. I have a few people who've contacted me and been like, "Look, you become popular on anything." People come out of the woodwork, just out of the woodwork. I have a lot of students who are like, "Oh, great videos, it's hilarious, man. Oh, that's funny." I have a lot of students who are like, "Mr. Cox, I've always had a crush on you," and it was like, that is really inappropriate. Then I have people who I knew like years ago who are like, "Hey there, remember in high school when you asked me out and I said no? I've been rethinking it." It's like, for you. I mean, yeah, you hear from people all the time who before were like, "Oh, you're stupid." Now they're like, "You're the best." So students are probably the least offensive of all of them because I'm like, at least it's cool that they're watching. Some of those guys were great. Some of those guys and gals were wonderful. Some of them were assholes, but I feel like it was karma because I was not the nicest student myself, and so I feel like I was destined to teach kids who did not want to be taught, who were like, "F yourself. I am gonna do drugs today instead."
Wow.
So, yeah, that was my penance.
That was for being a bad student. Okay, that's cool.
I was bad. I was not like jokes bad. I was bad. I was a bad kid.
So I remember in school there was one of the kids that actually locked a teacher in a cupboard and just flat out walked out of the classroom. Like what just happened?
I was kind of on that level. I was not. Yeah. I once threw a shoe at a teacher.
Oh god.
So, yeah.
Oh, Jesse.
I know, right? Full circle. My life is a full circle.
Moving swiftly on. This is from XXora Minfenzili X.
Yep, that's right.
Dear Jesshoch Cooks.
Yeah.
As of Pokemon X and Y, which are your favourite legendary and non-legendary Pokemon?
Look, the only Pokemon you need to know about is Squirtle and the Squirtle Squad. Squirtle, not legendary. Squirtle Squad, legendary. You haven't caught them yet because they can't be caught.
Nice and simple then. Okay, this one doesn't actually have a name on it because I'm horrible. Okay, so hey who Jesse, a long time fan here. I've been following you ever since your earliest Cataclysm videos. I'm not going to ask you a bunch of professional things. Some things ought to be kept private, so I'm more interested in the work you put into your channel. So describe the process of getting a video done, preferably in excruciating detail, getting from point A to point B. Point A being sitting down to record, B being uploading the video to YouTube.
Here's the thing. There's a lot of points in between. So imagine I sit down to record, I don't know, just any video. Like, we can do Beyond Two Souls, just an example, since that's the last thing I just did.
Yep.
I would sit down. I'd be like, I'm going to play this until I just realize, like, every once in a while, you have to have a stopping point and a starting point. So there's always a point where I'm going to start a video, and then I'm going to play until I reach a really good, solid stopping point. Usually, it's at a cliffhanger just to mess with people. And I find that is always fun because people are like, "Why do you do that?" I'm like, "'Cause I could." And so, starting a video, you need to start with something that, like, you need to start upbeat. You can't be like, "Okay, so I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna make," like, you have to be like, "I'm ready to make a video, and it's gonna be good." So a lot of times I have to restart over and over and over again until I get it right, like the same, like, momentum I need to keep going. And then I record the video. After the video is done, I have to sync the audio and the video together in Adobe Premiere. Then after that's done, I have to make sure that the video actually looks good and sounds good. Then I will render it out. Depending on how long the video is, it can take, I don't know, like right now, as we talk, I have a video that is 27 minutes long that has 7 minutes left and has been rendering for an hour already. So that just shows you how long stuff takes. Then, once it's done rendering, you have to make sure the render's okay. Then you have to go and upload that to YouTube. That could take... this video is supposed to be 3 gigabytes, which means that 3 is, I know these off the top of my head, which is really sad because I upload so much. 3 gigabytes exactly is 86 minutes to upload for me. And so anything that isn't 86 minutes, I will instantly call like, internet service provider's not doing its job right now. And so, like, I mean, I have it down to a science that I know how long things should take. So it takes 86 minutes, and that's just to upload. Then it takes however long YouTube decides it takes to process. Then it's finally done. Then when it's done, you have to go through and you have to add annotations, and you have to get it monetized and do all the stuff for that. You have to put all the descriptions and all the stuff in there. You have to have a thumbnail ready to go with it. And then you can set it live. Start time to finish time, usually for a really quick video. Like if I record 4 episodes of something at once, like if I record 2 hours of something, and that's 4 episodes. That is per episode 5 hours to get it completely done. 5-6 hours. Anything longer that takes like work. So like this Fan Friday that's happening right now that I'm rendering. Recording took 2 hours. Editing it down took, I don't know, an hour and a half. Rendering, it's now on. It'll be about an hour and 5, hour 7 minutes, something like that. Then uploading a 27-minute video, I have no idea, maybe 2 hours. Then processing. So even as we stand now, it is 6 p.m. my time. The video won't be online for people to watch until at least 9. And so, and then, I mean, basically, you're just a lot of waiting and then editing and messing with other things. Yeah. And so the process of getting a video up takes a while. It takes a while. It's not that easy. A lot of people assume it's going to be like, I'm going to record this and it'll be fun. The people who record stuff willy-nilly are the people who don't have any subscribers, who are like, I recorded myself playing a game. I'm playing a game. I'm playing a game. That's not going to get you people to watch. Yeah. And if you need a tip on how to get people to watch, go advertise. Don't be a dummy. Go places and say, hey, I did this. Like, so if Assassin's Creed 4 came out, play it and go to every Assassin's Creed forum you know and post, hey, I made a video. And then, because those pages, they fill up fast, you need your friends, every single one of them, to go back and keep, writing comments in there. Like, oh, dude, this is the best video I've ever seen. And then you go and you say, thank you. And it bumps back up to the top. And then another friend shows up and is like, hey, man, that was awesome. Boop. And you're like, thanks. Bump back up to the top. So you just want to keep it at the top. That's how you get your name out there. You'll get a lot of people who hate you, but you get a lot of people who love you. And that's how you do it. Those are some tips. Those are some insider tips.
Some good tips right there. I guess you this sort of goes on. It goes, how long do you normally record, and how long does each session usually go on for? I feel like you've just answered that one. I mean,
it depends. It depends on until I decide it's time to stop. Sometimes I might record 20 minutes. Sometimes I might record several hours. Just depends on, because you can tell after a while if you're losing it, like your interest in being entertained. Like sometimes you'll play and then you'll be like, I'm doing more playing than actually talking. And as an entertainer, you have to continue to entertain. You can't just play a game and expect people to watch it. Although, I guess if you're like the Rad Brad, where you don't do any commentary and play through games really quickly, people watch it. Dude's got it going on. He does 20 videos in a day. Good on him. So, I mean, I think that's all,
Depends
all part
on your
of
style,
your persona. Yeah.
And finally, they ask, what's the best and worst parts of being a famous YouTuber?
Best part, I can say ridiculous things and get away with it. And worst part is that it's just really, it's a lot of hard work. If you want to be relevant and continue being relevant, like if you disappear from YouTube for a few days, people are like, meh, and they move on. So you have to keep making stuff and giving people a reason to come back. And if you are gone for a few days, whenever you make, like the next thing you make, needs to be damn good. Or else
Yep.
people will be like, well, that was stupid. And then you'll lose them forever. So, yeah, I'd rather make garbage every day than ruin what I have with garbage once a month. So, yep.
Okay, so we've got 2 more questions left.
Okay.
This is from Bug MC Varg.
MC
Saying-
Bug!
MC Varg saying, "Hi Jesse, how can you be so self-confident while recording? I mean, it really feels like you hold back nothing. Brackets besides swearing, OFC smiley face. You're the type of person who I like to refer to, who dares to shout into the microphone. I really admire that. It's quite unimaginable for me with the social awkwardness. Do you ever have problems like this? If so, how do you solve them?" Okay, I better stop now before I start drawing a flowchart of questions.
I mean, that'd be great. I want to see that flowchart. I mean, honestly, it's practice. Everyone, when they first start doing this, is nervous. Everyone. And, I mean, unless you have, like, some weird disorder where you don't have nerves. But, I mean, I've been doing theater stuff for as long as I can remember. And so, after a while, you just get used to it. And you don't really have, like, you may have a little, like, gotta get in the mood and gotta get ready to go. But after a while, you lose the barrier of self-consciousness. That's like, I don't know if you should be doing this. And you're just like, shut up, you! I'm going to talk about boobs for the next 5 minutes. And, you know, and then the best part is then if people like it, then you're like, oh, well, then I can keep doing that. So there's no, like, yeah, no, I've said this before. The only time that I'm really, really conscious is when, if I find a lady that I like an awful lot, I get really like, I act like an idiot. Here's the thing, though, women out there, you'll know I'm just after getting some if I'm not like that around you. If I'm not like that around you, chances are I'm just trying to get in your pants, and I don't like you. So that's my warning. See, I'm not a bad guy. I'm letting you know. Or maybe I'm setting them up right now. Maybe I'm setting them up so when I act like they'll think, oh, he must love me, but really, it's acting classes, and I just got you.
He just told you about all his lying he's been doing.
Yep, that's all of my lying. Every day, I'm just fighting women off. I don't leave this house. I stay here and record videos, and then every once in a while, I'm like, I'm gonna go to Polaris now. Single tier. I never leave this. All I do is work all day.
So depressing.
I know, right? But with that said, though, I have a lot of fun when I go to conventions. I love just harassing people and being silly. So it pays off there having no like barrier, because then I can just like grab people and be like, we're taking a picture. We're hugging it out. Like when I was at GemuCon, you were there. You understand. Yeah. There were a lot of drunk ladies, and I had to be respectful. I had to be a respectful human being, because I was like, look, you're great, but this feels wrong. Like, deep down inside, this feels wrong, ma'am.
But
I feel like you should.
I have a boyfriend.
Oh my god, were you there? Were you there for that?
No, I missed it, unfortunately.
God. For those who are not aware of the greatest story ever, the last night, myself and some of the guys from Shibuzi and the guy who runs GemuCon, we were all downstairs, like, the bar was closing, and we were just having a last drink and saying goodbye, and a girl from Scotland, I think,
Okay.
who looks, I don't even know what she looked like. I mean, she was at least, she was a good, like, 8. She was about an 8 on the hotness-o-meter, and I was like, oh, okay, hi. But I was just being nice. I was just being, like, really nice. And then she started talking about history, so already I'm like, go on. We're having this discussion, and she's like, you know, doing the weird, like, I don't really know who you are, but all my friends seem to like you, so I guess you're pretty cool. And I was like, that's nice of you, thank you. And I'm being real sweet. I'm just like, I have to be up in the morning for a flight. This is cute. So I'm being very nice to this girl. She's like, so, what are you doing right now? I'm like, well, I'm about to go to bed. She's like, oh, really? And, you know, it's getting very, like, intimate, but there's just a bunch of guys standing around. And I'm like, this is weird. And so finally, the guy who runs GameCon's like, hey, we should go. I'm like, all right, hold on, I got this. I was just gonna be like, all right, well, this has been fun. I'll see ya. And she's like, what? No, I will not sleep with you. Really loud. And I'm like, what just happened? And everyone just dies of laughter. And I'm just like, this is like Billy Madison. It's like that. No, I will not make out with you. It's like that scene. And I was just like, what just happened here? Story of my life. Story of my life.
And obviously,
I can't win.
So obviously you're coming back next year, which is going to be cool. It's going to be good fun.
They asked me. Apparently, it's happening at
Warwick University.
Dorms? Yes, yeah. I don't know, but the accommodations are in dorm rooms, and they were like, "Well, do you want to stay at a hotel? It'll be a few miles down the road, or do you want to stay in the dorms?" It's like, I'm staying in those dorms. You kidding me? That's gonna be crazy. I'm gonna get crazy.
If you need to know what's going on with any of the dorms, I can quite happily send you. Like,
I'd rather not. I'd rather not know. I want to go there and be lost in the dorms. I want to just walk in on people like, "Hey, is this my dorm room, ladies?" And they'll be like, "No, you should leave." And I'll be like, "Should I?"
If you want to do that, right? I'm not sure if they're offering it, but there's a dorm called Roots, and literally you can. My ex-girlfriend went to uni there. And you can literally go along, just go boop, 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 into every single kitchen, just go along corridors. It's about 4 stories high, and there's loads and loads of rooms. So you can just go...
But no
boop,
one's going to be there, right?
Well, they're opening it up to all of the convention guys.
No, but I mean like student-wise.
Oh, no, student-wise. No, because it should be a non-term time, I think.
Here's the problem, though. I feel like there'll be a lot of people there, though, that... need to get out of they're gonna be in the dorm rooms. Like, I'm tired. I'm gonna go crazy on you people. I'm gonna let England know what it's like to be in an American college. I'm gonna go full on just Animal House on you guys. It's being nuts. It'll be nuts.
Toga.
You guys will be like, I don't even know what's happening right now. I'll be like, don't let it happen. It'll be crazy. Gonna burn that university down.
It'll be fun. It'll be awesome. Awesome sauce. Okay, and then the last question is from Robbie Byrne.
Robert.
What are you hoping to see unveiled at BlizzCon? Also, what's your favourite colour? So it's 2 questions there, really.
My favorite color is red because I'm a member of the Blood gang. I'm a Blood. Not really. Not really. My favorite color is pink because pink is amazing. And guys are like, ugh, pink's gross. And I'm like, exactly. I love it. Hot neon pink is actually my favorite color.
Neon pink.
The more hot neon, the better. Also, what am I most looking forward to at BlizzCon? I mean, I go to hang out with people and be silly. I'm dressing up as Leah. And it's going to be amazing.
Have you got that all sorted now, have you?
We had a fitting the other day, and it's so ridiculous. They're literally going all out for this thing. It's unnecessary. It's unnecessary. I look ridiculous. The wig, when I put the wig on, I look like a complete creep. I look so disgusting. I finally know what I would be like as a woman. It's not a pretty sight. I am not an attractive woman. Turns out. All these years, I thought I'd be a fantastic woman. I am not. Then, I mean, I'm looking forward to announcements of new things. I mean, I don't really personally... I want to know what the hell the story for the next StarCraft game is going to be, because that doesn't make any sense to me. Mm-hmm. They ended the main storyline at the end of the last one. So I don't know what the next one's going to be. I'm interested in if we'll ever see Deckard Cain again, because F everyone else at Blizzard for killing him. Spoilers, by the way. And then I want to know what the next Warcraft expansion is going to be. I don't really play Warcraft that much, but I'll play the expansion just to see what that's like. Mm. But, I like the story. I like the story. I sound like my mother. When she watches my video, she's like, I don't like what's happening, but I like the story. Thanks, Mom.
I suppose as a just a final question, you know that your Q&A you did with your parents, did they go, "We want to do that," or was that more of a parents? Do you want to do a Q&A?
Oh no, I asked them. I asked them a while ago if they wanted to do Q&A, and they were like, "Sure." But they're like, "We don't know why anyone would want to watch us." And I was like, "It'll be funny. Trust me, guys. It'll be great." Because I know my parents; they're crazy. And I'm like, people will love this. And so if you watch, you can tell that they were dragged into it because my mom is like just sort of really awkward. Like she doesn't want to answer questions, but she's trying to be very honest. My dad keeps looking over to the side, and everyone was like, "Is someone in the room? Who is he talking to?" He was just watching, I think, like a baseball game at the time, and just gave no shits. So he was just watching sports, and my mom's trying to answer, and so everyone's, which makes it even more funny because when I'd ask my dad questions, he'd be like that with the answer, and it's like, how are you focusing on two different things? Which means he did not care about the answers he gave. He was just giving answers. He was like, I don't know.
Uncle Wormy's.
Uncle Wormy.
I'm with Uncle Wormy.
So that's it.
But yeah, I think we're gonna round that off there.
Okay.
So thank you very much, Jesse, for joining me today for this.
Thank you.
And for anyone that's interested, if you don't know Jesse already, it's youtube.com/OMFGCatter and twitter.com/Jesse Cox.
Yep.
And what's your Tumblr?
I think it's called Doing It Wrong and Loving It. And if you want to see my new Instagram, I just made it. It's called Notorious COX.
Notorious. Okay.
Yep.
So yeah, all of those will be put in the description below. So yeah.
That's it.
Thanks
That's
again,
it.
Jesse.
We're done. We're done, nerds. We're done. We're done. We're done with this.
And cut.